Taking great notes is a game changer when you know how. It will help you to learn faster, understand better, and just basically upgrade your studying. I will try to explain it as effective as I can, and I will try to mention everything that I know and everything that I teach and everything that I learn other people, how to actually take effective notes. And at the end, I will give some examples on how I take, for example, notes for different subjects. But first, why I know it's important is basically you have to study from somewhere. You have to study it from your laptop or from your notes from your book. But first, before we go into, those deeper sections, there are 4 mistakes you need to avoid. And these are writing everything down word for word, using disorganized notes, highlighting too much, and not reviewing your notes. When you write out everything word for word, it takes time. It's not enjoyable, and there is a lot of material and a lot of words when you take it down, so it doesn't make even sense because you're not gonna learn every word you write down. Using disorganized notes, what I mean by that is basically that you take notes, but you don't have a headline, you don't have any points, it's not going step by step, it's just some random notes you take from the examiner or from the, not examiner, but from the teacher. And it's making it way harder to learn at home when you don't understand it in the class. Then highlighting too much. About highlighting, it's great. If you highlight different topics or different sections with a different highlighter, it's great. But if you highlight too much, it's counterproductive. Just highlight the things you need. And not reviewing your notes, what I mean by that is when you take notes, you're just like, okay, I will read them, and that's all. So these are the mistakes you need to avoid. Pretty simple. And now let's get into the methods or tricks or tips how to actually take notes. The first tip is the outline method. I will leave it somewhere here so you can see it a little example of it, how it looks like. Probably the best way how to take notes for example, biology or history. You just write the main topics as headings, then little headings, and then just bullet points, the informations, what they consist of, or what informations you find out about them, or what the teacher says about it. So you have a heading, subtopic, and then bullet points. The second is the Cornell method. It's the best for active review and summarizations. And how it works, you just basically divide your paper into 3 sections. A note, a small margin for questions and so on, and then one for summary. This can be used for basically any subject you want. So check it out. I will also leave an example somewhere here. The third one is mind mapping. It's basically the best for creativity subjects. If you have, for example, like music, architecture, or I don't know, any subject that requires creativity, this is the best. Or even for something like business or something where you have to think about something, just mind mapping, best. It basically works that you create an idea and then you just connect little ideas and make like a mind map out of it and connect the dots and connect all the ideas together. Just draw lines, branches, and everything else, just connect the ideas in together or related ideas, but more related ideas. Also, I will leave an example here so you can see actually how I mean it. The fourth one is the charting method. It's the best for topics where you have to compare, for example, something like chemistry or even economics. I use it sometimes in economics. It basically works that you use columns and rows to organize information into a table, if I can call it like that. I will also leave an example here so you can take a look. Then these were the methods. Then I would also say some extra tips that can help you. If you write notes or if you write it doesn't matter, on your computer or by hand, I recommend it by hand because you remember it way better if you write it by hand. And there was also a study that showed that if you write it with the color blue, like for example a blue pen like this one, you can remember things way faster. So if you write by hand, I recommend writing with a blue pen. Then also try to use shortcuts and symbols. For example, if you, write with, just use a W and then a slash, for example. If you, for example, want to write example, like the word example, just write E dot or EX or something, EXMPL, something shorter to make it shorter so you can continue with writing next words. Then using colors for different topics, that's what I use. If I have a lot of material, for example, to study, I use for the first topic, for example, yellow, for the second topic, green, for the third topic, blue, for the next topic, orange, red, brown, and so on. That's the first method you can do. And then you can just, there's a second type you can do. Main headlines or main topics, for example, purple. Under topics, like not so important topics, for example, green. Descriptions or summaries, for example, in orange. And examples in red, and so on. So you have different colors for different meanings. Then also you can use charts, graphs, and so on, some visual things to actually visualize it, but that also goes into the study part. So when you already have those notes, you can use those visual things to remember it better and to study better. Then using digital tools or apps like Notions, OneNote, and so on and so on. I can also make a video about that because that's very interesting. So, for example, Notion, goated, absolutely goated. And then when you already have those notes, just review regularly, alright? Look over your notes, even before studying, just look over it for 5 or 10 minutes and then actually study. If you use any of these tips, or if you use already any of these methods and so on, just keep in mind that notes is nothing complicated. Just have it structured, have your own vision, have your own plan, and have your own structure how you want to study it. Don't have a blank paper, write just notes in it without any highlights, without any key points, without any underlined things. Make it fun, make it more enjoyable for the eye to actually remember it faster. You can also build a little bit a photographic memory just by highlighting or knowing how the page looks like. Because I will leave an example. This page looks way worse to memorize than this page. Alright, so just a tip: highlight a lot, use key points, use summaries, review a lot. And if you have any questions, leave a comment, I will read it. Also visit my Instagram, where right now I have over 58,000 followers. Thanks, I mean, it's insane. That's actually insane. Thank you a lot. Hope you made it to this part of the video. And yeah, I hope that I can see you guys in the next one. Have a great day, have a great week. See ya. Bye.